What's up, all sports fans? It's your boy, Carlos Clayton, and we are here for Uneducated Sports Talk. We are coming live once again for our Week 3 recap of the NFL season. Sit back, relax with me and PJ, and let's get it on. Still talking. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Let's go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Carlos Clay. We're back in the building, man. PJ, what's going on? I thought you were seeing something, girl. You scared me for a second. It's your boy, Carlos Clay, with the lovely PJs in the building, y'all. What's happening? We're doing fine, doing wonderful. Let's go ahead and move this out the way for a second. Hope everything's going well for you guys, man. As you see, we can set up for Thursday Night Football right here. Reminder, we have a quick talk about Thursday Night Football. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. So stay tuned for that, y'all. Be there or be square. We'll start that at 7:05 p.m. Central Time on Thursday. But today is our recap for Week 3. Let's break that down. As you can see, we got all this here now. Let's go ahead and put our record up. It's not 9-7. We actually went 10-6 this week. So let's put that up right fast. Hope you guys enjoying it, man. Let's break that down. Let's see. Let's go to text, and we're gonna say 10-6. 10-6. I'm excited now. We're gonna break every team down, team by team. I don't know. I do apologize. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. But we're here, y'all. We're here. So 10-6 record. So it's going to be 29-19 for the season as of right now. So let's go ahead and remove that 19-13. Yo, Lip Knox, what's up, dog? What's up, man? Thanks for joining the live, bro. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. So we're doing actually well for the first 3 weeks right now. 29-19 is our combined record. Not too shabby, I might add. Not too shabby. We could have done a lot better, but also we got we got away with a lot of stuff. Got away with murder, because we could have easily been a lower game thanks to Tucker and his big leg, man. We could have been 28-20 instead, but we're 29-19. All right, here we go. It's official now. Week 3 record was 10-6. Overall record is 29-19. Yes, sir. So doing big things. I appreciate the love and support, man. If you guys are on it. As a matter of fact, let me put myself on here. We're gonna break down everything of Week 3. Hope you guys are enjoying it, because I'm excited. I'm excited for this NFL season. It's feeling so good right now. Like, oh, you hear super loud. Wow. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. I'm seeing it right now. The desktop audio. Okay, cool. And turn that down then when I make those changes. Yeah. Appreciate that support. I need all that, man. I need all that. Tell me everything goes wrong, man. I am not a tech guy at all. So this all is kind of like brand new to you, boy. But that being said, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about our Thursday Night Football game. We had the Carolina Panthers at the Houston Texans. And the big breaking news out of this is Christian McCaffrey is out. They're saying reports from 4 to 6 weeks maybe. We don't know what's going on. But this team, as they face the Dallas Cowboys next week, can they, without Christian McCaffrey, how does this team look like? Sam Darnold is an obvious upgrade from what they had from Teddy Bridgewater. And his upgrade from his Jets days to the Panthers days made it really good as well. 24-9 was the score. Pretty much a beatdown. The Texans, without Tyrod Taylor, a completely different ball team, a completely different team overall, as a matter of fact. Let's do this right here, yeah. I'm going to that 24 showing. Let's do it like this. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, man. I'm learning, bro. I'm learning. That's as we go, learning as we go. But the Panthers, this is a game they had to win. We said that the Texans would come out there and have a surprise victory. We were just trying to go out there on a limb. And I thought maybe Houston being at home, just for 3 days rest. But of course they had Davis Mills, and he didn't look too bad at quarterback. Obviously, when you have this type of reaction to your star quarterback getting hurt, and now you got to take over in just 3 days' time, there's going to be setbacks, and it clearly showed because they really dumbed down the formations, they dumbed down the play call for Davis Mills, and he still did pretty well for what he was given. Still not enough. Brandon Cooks had a tremendous game, though, over 100 yards receiving, but it all went to basically Sam Darnold and DJ Moore. DJ Moore, if you had him in fantasy, he did wonders as well. Over 100 yards receiving. I think like 9 catches. He was going crazy, man. So, but Christian McCaffrey being out for the game is going to go to Hubbard now. Is he going to be Christian McCaffrey like? Not really. And that hurts because they face a really good Dallas Cowboys team coming up this week. So, Panthers win 24-9, but man, now that 3-0 is in doubt. But they are, I mean, we don't play spoilers, but they are first place in the NFC South as we speak right now. Panthers win 24-9. Our next game, 30-24, the Los Angeles Chargers go into Arrowhead Stadium. And guess what? They look pretty damn good. I said this from the beginning, and I really felt strong this year. Usually you see the Chargers and you see their depth, and you see their skill receivers, you see their running backs, you see their quarterback, you see their defense, and you just say, hey, well, you know, they should make the playoffs. Maybe not over Kansas City, but they should be a wild card team. And once every 4 years, that works out. But because this team is usually underperformed every single season. The Phillip Rivers days with the LaDainian Tomlinson days and the Antonio Gates days, which fell into the Keenan Allen days with Phillip Rivers and company. They always underperformed for some reason. The kicking game was bad. Special teams was horrible. They found ways to lose. This team right here, they are different. And I felt it during my AFC West conversation about a month ago about this team. I felt like the Chargers were the team that was going to actually flourish this year. Justin Herbert, I enjoyed watching him for his rookie season, and I said, that kid's going to be good. He's going to be good. It's not a one-year wonder. And sure enough, he has come out here and looked damn good. So 30-24, they win in Kansas City. But thanks to the Chiefs, the first 3 possessions, Kansas City had 3 turnovers. You're talking about interception and 2 fumbles. Overall, they had 4 with 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. But if you're the Chargers, there's no excuses. You don't care about that. Yeah, you fumbled, and yeah, you intercepted. But guess what? I mean, it's not our fault. They did a hell of a good job, the Chargers did, of taking care of the advantages. Now, Kansas City does what Kansas City does best. They came back and actually had a 17-14 lead in this game. So, and 27-24 lead. And with about 30-some seconds to go, they find Mike Williams in the end zone, touchdown. They go up 30-24. Credit is due where credit goes to. 30-24. The Chargers look pretty damn good so far. I'm enjoying watching this team. They have everything on defense that you want. They have everything on the offense end as you want as well. Austin Eckler, you got Mike Williams, you got Keenan Allen, you got Jared Cook as your tight end, looking pretty damn good, and of course Justin Herbert as your quarterback. So now this team's going to flourish. Right now they're 2-1. The Chiefs are 1-2. And I cannot tell you the last time in recent memory where the Chiefs were a game under 500. I can't even think. I can't even try and lie to you about that. I didn't look it up to do the research. Kansas City, 1-2. We don't see them below 500 ever. So very shocking news. We see that Kansas City against the better offenses, just the defenses this year in particular, just doesn't look good right now. But hopefully they change things up. But the Chargers win this 30-24 in the AFC West battle. Our next game, the Arizona Cardinals at the Jacksonville Jaguars. On paper, you thought the Cardinals would just dominate. But, man, they had to fight tooth and nail. This was a game in the fourth quarter. Oh, yeah, they were definitely they got to focus on the wide receivers, man. They'll find out quick against that Cowboys team that they just won't be able to run the football like they want to, especially with no Christian McCaffrey. So I really think that they're going to really focus hard on getting Robbie Anderson involved, DJ Moore involved, that sneaky good wide receiver core that they have out there in Carolina. Yes, sir. Here we go. Arizona Cardinals. They win 31-19 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence making his second home game, and once again, 2 picks for him, which now, the first 3 games of the season, he's had 2 or more in all 3 games, a la Peyton Manning. And my girl, she all in the way. I'm sorry, girl. Got you all in the way, huh? Do it like that for you. Yes, ma'am. All right. Here we go. 31-19. And it was defense for the Cardinals. We saw special teams plays from the Jaguars where they had a 109-yard touchdown off of a missed field goal. They got it, 109 yards, touchdown for them. At one point, they were up 19-14 this game. Cardinals going to 17-0 run thanks to a pick 6 by Trevor Lawrence. And the Cardinals just did things on defense. And Trevor Lawrence and that Jaguars offense are going to struggle all year. They're just young on offense. They don't have my boy Travis Etienne, so he's out for the season as well. Tough break for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 31-19. Kyler Murray didn't really have a great game, but he had a good enough game to where even at his worst games, they still look somewhat good. A.J. Green went dumb in this game, over 100 yards, so welcome A.J. Green. That's his coming out party as a member of the Cardinals, the former Bengal. But because Hopkins had a poor game. I mean, 2 catches, 21 yards, I think, so, or 3 catches, 21 yards, so nothing good for Hopkins, although he is kind of banged up, though. 31-19 is the final score. Cardinals get this victory, and they remain undefeated for a showdown for this week with a team we'll talk about in just a moment. And the Jaguars go to 0-3. Next game on the docket, we got the Chicago Bears at the Cleveland Browns. And this told me a lot about both teams. Not just one team, but both teams. It showed me what I believe. All right? The Bears, offensively, they are going to struggle mightily. And when you have no Andy Dalton, who is taking the majority of the first team reps for this squad, you got Andy Dalton, who has been there most of the time for the first team, and Justin Fields as the backup, who plays majority with the 2s and 3s. Well, now you got to string along this rookie that everyone wants already. But you saw in Justin Fields' limited time in last week's game, and now his full time in this week's game, he is just not ready. So maybe Matt Nagy was on the money for saying, whenever Dalton is healthy, he's going to be our starting quarterback. Because you figure that Dalton has more of the game plan in his mind and what to do with it. Justin Fields, only 6 completions the whole entire game. I forgot how many passes through, but the Cleveland Browns were on his ass. And here's what I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns for. I enjoyed it because they are supposed to do this. The Browns, when they have an inferior team on offense, they are supposed to win these type of games. Nick Chubb, 84 yards rushing. Kareem Hunt, about 70 yards. I mean, that dynamic duo, boy, it's probably the best duo in the NFL, running back tandem right now. 26-6. Baker Mayfield had a hell of a game. Odell Beckham Jr. made his debut in this game, and he looked pretty good. He looked pretty spry, so happy to see that. So I think with more practice time for Justin Fields, the more he gets acclimated. Who knows how long Andy Dalton's really out? We don't know how long Dalton's out for, so the longer Dalton's out, the more Justin Fields can get comfortable. But I'll tell you what, though, Matt Nagy better get his camping bag. He better get his pillow, and he better get his car revved up and gassed up and make sure the house isn't mortgaged or whatever, because he's out. Matt Nagy is done, man. There's no more Matt Nagy. After this season, it's already looking like boo-boo. After this season, Matt Nagy will be fired as the head coach, and I hate to put that on anybody, man, but he's had some decent talent and hasn't done anything with it, bro, especially with a good defense the Bears have had. The Browns win 26-6. Bears go to 1-2. Browns go to 2-1. Here we go. And mind you guys, the Chargers-Chiefs game, we got that wrong. Cardinals and Jaguars game, we got it right. Browns and Bears got that right as well. Another game we got right. The AFC East defending champions, the Buffalo Bills. This, on paper, it looked like it was going to be a great matchup. We actually had the Bills winning only 24-21. I feel like Washington football team is going to come out there after that embarrassment for the Giants game, giving up 29 points to that Giants team. I figured Washington football team would come out here and have a statement on defense for the Bills. But no, Josh Allen is showing everyone that he is not a one-year wonder. If you had Josh Allen in your fantasy, I about 98% guaranteed you won because Josh Allen had a field day for the Buffalo Bills. I mean, just doing work, man. The Bills win is 43-21, and how impressive it was. They're at home, and they are the better team. And they put it on Washington football team every single possession. There was no just easy possession, no 3-and-outs for the Bills. They went ahead and every single time Josh Allen is making plays in that backfield as the quarterback for the Bills, and he deserved every single penny he's gotten so far off of that major deal. Josh Allen right now looking like the best out of that, what was that, 2018 draft class, I believe? Was that 18 or was that 17? I forgot already. But he's looking like the best quarterback so far. 43-21. Everyone was involved, man. Emmanuel Sanders involved. Stephon Diggs involved. I mean, they had it all. Zach Moss, Singletary, name it on the offensive end. Knox did good too, had a touchdown in the game. 43-21, and you see Taylor Heineke can only do so much because you're let down by the defense, because defense is supposed to be your calling card. If you're the Washington football team franchise, that's your calling card. And when you give up 43 freaking points to the Bills, your defense isn't coming like it's supposed to come to. So, man, Mike Williams. I like Mike Williams, bro. Honestly, Mike Williams for the Chargers. I tried to get him, I think, somewhere in, I think, the 8th round of my draft. And literally the round I was getting, the person right behind me snatched him up. And I was so mad because I know that I saw last year the chemistry that him and Herbert had. And I was down with it, man. I was happy for it. So, Mike Williams is going to have a great season. I think I would, if I'm someone that doesn't have him, I'm trying my best to trade him because right now, although he's getting touchdowns, he's not getting a lot of yardage per se. So you might want to sell kind of, maybe try and sell low for him first and see what the person's who has him wants to do. But I don't know. Hey, man, there you go, bro. Yes, sir. All right, so we got our next game. Oh, the Bills win this 43-21. And now, if you're Washington football team, you have that in the Falcons. That's a must-win. That should be a guaranteed victory. They have the Falcons next week. We'll find out about them. Next game on the docket, my Super Bowl champions I predicted, the Tennessee Titans at home against the Indianapolis Colts. They win this game 25-16, and it was a very entertaining game, but there's too much Derrick Henry. When Derrick Henry gets going, there is no man on this football earth that can stop Derrick Henry. Over 100 yards rushing once again. Colts couldn't stop him. The Colts are a small team. They're fast, but they're very small. So if Henry gets going, it's almost like if you keep feeding Henry, you will only get more tired and depleted. Yeah, if you have Williams, you want to sell him high. If you don't have Williams, you want to try and buy him low if you can, depending on who the owner is, though. If you have him, you want to sell him high, yeah, for sure. The Titans go in there and no A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown was out, I believe, in the first half somewhere with a hamstring issue. But Julio Jones didn't even have a big game either. It was mostly Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill just making plays. And this team, this Colts team, you feel bad for them. They're 0-3. Carson Wentz is just a shell of himself. He's pretty much running around with 2 left feet. And Carson Wentz doesn't have a lot of offensive help on the wide receiver end. So you're wondering, okay, what the hell's going on with the Titans? With the Colts. And it's not looking good. Colts have a really good defense. I do know that. But if you can't score, what's the point of having a defense? Titans win this 25-16. The Colts at one point had a lead, I believe, in this game. And the Colts are going to be a team that's going to always be in every game. We've seen it over the last 3 weeks now. Even lost to the Seahawks and to the Rams as well. And now to the Titans. That's a tough 3-game stretch when you have to face Seahawks, Rams, Titans, all playoff teams from last season. So, shout out to the Colts for hopefully having a decent end to this year. But you have a feeling that it's going to be a rough year for the Colts, man. And so you're talking about who do you think I could get him for Mike Williams? Are you trying to get what are you looking for, a wide receiver or a running back? Let me know how you feel, and I can probably help you out with that. Let's go with our next game. My New Orleans Saints at the New England Patriots, man. We got this one totally wrong. We just assumed the Patriots would, both teams came out with that good defense. Don't let the score 20-13 fool you. the Saints scored one of their touchdowns off of a pick six. So Mac Jones, that was his first time facing a really good defense, and it's a game that he would love to forget quickly. Saints win 20-13 thanks to that good defense. That front four was on Mac Jones all day. Demario Davis, just man, one of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker in the game. He's just sideline to sideline a beast. Marshawn Lattimore was out last week. C.J. Gardner-Johnson was out last week. A lot of guys on defense out last week, including Quan Alexander as well. Well, most of the guys came back against this Patriots squad, and they really, really shut down Mac Jones. You kind of felt bad for Mac Jones because, I mean, he couldn't get anything going. It was all dink and dunking towards the end when they did score. It was only because the Saints were playing too prevent defense pretty much, let them just eat up yards, and Saints win 2013. Not a big game from Jameis, but a decent game for Kamara. Kamara got a lot of touches, not a lot of yards. I believe 26 touches altogether, about 90 yards altogether as well. But you're going to need a lot more Kamara in this type of offense until they get Mike Thomas back, until they get Tre'Quan Smith back. Mind you guys, the Saints are depleted on offense and defense right now. So I do see 6 or 7 weeks from now, Saints should be fully healthy and having the best squad. But speaking of losing people, I think Teron Armstead, their left tackle, he's out for a while with an elbow injury. The Patriots defense played good. It's just that their offense isn't where it needs to be at to be a threat to anyone in the AFC. Say anything, running back, wide receiver for Mike Williams, man. So, man, that's gonna be good. Maybe you get to put Mike Williams in a package deal. If you can get Mike Williams and maybe another running back for maybe let's say Austin Eckler, but because Mike Williams would have to be a package deal. You won't get Mike Williams straight up for any top-notch running back. I think Mike Williams and company for a running back, or Mike Williams and company for a wide receiver. Unless you just want to switch wide receivers for wide receivers, I wouldn't do that. I'm more focused on the running back for Mike Williams. So, but if you want a decent running back like Austin Eckler, let's say, you have to do Mike Williams and add another okay player. So we'll see. Oh yeah, no, and that's good. Don't make dumb trades. We don't like dumb trades. That's a good league. No one does dumb trades. I appreciate a league that doesn't do dumb trades because I hate leagues that do it. Saints win at 2013. We got that one wrong. We got it so wrong. Falcons at the New York Giants. The game of bottom feeders, I might add. Bottom feeders. The Falcons win this one 17-14 by a game-winning field goal from Young Ho Koo. And then it went to 17-14. The NFC South representatives beat the NFC East representatives. The Giants, man, they just lost games by 1 last week. Now they lost a game by 3. And it's the Giants that had 10 days to prepare for this game. And they just don't look good. The running game is suspect all the time. I love Saquon Barkley, but if you don't have a line that's going to block for Saquon, I mean, what's the point of having a line then? That's why I was not going to touch Saquon Barkley at all. I wasn't touching Saquon at all in fantasy because just that line, I don't trust it, man. 17-14 is the final score. The Falcons, I mean, these are two bad teams. Kyle Pitts is their best player on offense, but he didn't have anything going on. I think he had like 30 yards combined, I think. And then we have Calvin Ridley with just 60 yards receiving. He's the number 1 receiver, but, I mean, he's more of a number 2 receiver thanks to Julio Jones, make him look better. 17-14. Not much to say about this game, but I just know, I know that right now the Giants are winning. The Giants lost and won. When I say that, it means that the Falcons won, so they have a tiebreaker with the Giants. And these could be the 2 of the worst teams in the NFL. Maybe the Giants somehow get the number 1 overall pick. I like Daniel Jones, though, so I wouldn't go with quarterback if I'm the Giants. Don't go with quarterback. I like Daniel Jones. Hey, man, you're welcome, bro. Like, with the chit-chat, man, I can really, we can really talk fantasy, bro. Like, we can really talk fantasy. I have to get in touch with you, man. 24-10 is the final score for the Bengals. Oh, by the way, we got the Giants and Falcons game wrong. We put the Giants to win. We just thought the Giants, after having that impressive loss to the Washington football team, we figured they'd come out there and beat down the Falcons. That did not happen. But a game we really didn't predict right, the Bengals beat the Steelers by a score of 24-10. And guess what, guys? I am starting to love this Bengals team. I'm starting to love this Bengals team now. I picked in the first 2 weeks to win, and it didn't happen last week. They lost to the Bears in a kind of weird game. But this game here, we don't know if it's a really good Bengals squad or is this really a really bad Steelers team. And I'm looking more towards it's a bad Steelers team. It is. Their defense is fine, but their offense is atrocious. Big Ben, I don't want to use the word atrocious for him, but he has to go. This is it for Big Ben. This is dumb. Like he's got to go. I mean, I I don't like it. I don't like it. So we'll see about it. What's up? Dog pound? No, that's Cleveland. This is the Bengals. It's who they. I know it's a little weird. We don't we are who that nation. Who that? Saints who that? Not who they. But no, that's dog pound. I know you like dogs and stuff, but no. Anyways, we like that Joe Burrow and company came out there and they look good in all facets. Their front four is amazing with Trey Hendrickson, looking really, really damn good. As a matter of fact, we will have the Jaguars and the Bengals on Thursday Night Football, so we'll see more of the Bengals play with Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon, those Joe brothers, with Jamar Chase looking good, Tyler Boyd. Their offense can't click, and their defense is where it's at. But I'm not sure, is it a really good Bengals squad or is it a really bad Steelers squad? And right now, the first 3 games, the Steelers, for me, just aren't cutting it. I don't know how the hell they beat the Bills, honestly. I don't know how they beat the Bills in that first game. I'm still having a head scratch over that. Because this Steelers team is just trash on offense. And I don't want to be that down on them, but they're bad on offense. And Najee Harris, I do like Najee Harris, but I'm like, you got to have an O-line to block for Najee Harris. He got over 100 yards passing today off of 14 receptions, 14 catches for a running back who isn't necessarily a wide receiver back. He's a running down the hill kind of back. So 14 catches, 102 yards receiving. That's not how you want to be if you're the Steelers. You didn't get Najee Harris to have 100 yards receiving. You want to have 100 yards rushing because he's going through the line. That line is not good for the Steelers, and the Bengals took advantage of every opportunity. So we'll see. 24-10, the final score. The Bengals are 2-1. Steelers go to 1-2 in that crazy AFC North Division. And yeah, we're gonna hope that you don't lose Joe Mixon, man, for Thursday Night Football, bro. I think you'll be fine, man. I think Joe Mixon's gonna hold up, man. If he doesn't, bro, I don't know. I might be bad luck to you. I hope not, but I hope Joe Mixon stays healthy. Because Joe Mixon's having a wonderful season right now. If you're a Bengals fan or a fantasy owner of Joe Mixon, you're loving the way he's running that football, and you're loving that new revamped O-line for the Bengals. We talked about it for our AFC North discussion about a month ago. And we said how the Bengals had restructured their offensive line and how they're looking better this year. And matter of fact, they stole some Steeler players as well. Mike Hilton, their safety, former Steeler, he is there now. So the Bengals put it on the Steelers, man. So 24-10, we got that one wrong as well. Now, a game we got right, but we should have got wrong. The Baltimore Ravens go to Detroit. And they squeak out a victory, 19-17. This scares me, though. This scares me. The Lions aren't going anywhere as a football team. They really are not. They're 0-3 now. Ravens go to 2-1. But the Lions should have easily won this game. Ravens, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Lamar Jackson. They had that great comeback victory against the Chiefs. But when you face a Detroit Lions team and you have to win a game by an NFL record 66-yard field goal from Justin Tucker, that's a bad mother Tucker. Shut your mouth. When you got to win a game by 66-yard field goal, it's nice you won and it's nice that it happened. I'm not feeling it. I have worries about Lamar Jackson and that offense. I have worries that they cannot finish drives. This Lions team, by no way are they a good defense. They're at home, which makes a little difference. But that scares me if you're a Ravens fan, that they get the W, so they are tied for first place in that division at 2-1. But I'm so worried 19-17. They got this, man. Thanks to Lamar Jackson, 50 yards rushing, not a lot of passing yards. I think about 200 yards passing, but nothing explosive from their receiving game. It scares me. The Lions actually made this a ball game, and that's not good. If you, I'm just looking at it like it's not good for the Ravens. It's good they won. You can tear this in half, throw it away, but I'm not liking what the Ravens are showing right now. They do win 19-17 though. Uh, yeah, man. Hey, Joe Mixon is a tank, bro. He is good, man. He is good. And you're right, Ravens. They do have a lot of injuries, but it's mainly to their running backs. I mean, which is tough. And they have Latavius Murray, which is a really good pickup for the Ravens. Latavius Murray is doing well, but the way they run the football, I'm not saying that any running back can be in that system, but if you're in that system and you're going with a read option with Lamar Jackson, if you're the running back, you're going to have a lot of holes to break through. They're gonna have a lot of running back holes to break through. So Latavius Murray is gonna be I think his name was Tyrese Williams, I believe. I think he's gonna have a breakout season as well because you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback slash running back. So he makes every defense worry. That's my worry. It's not necessarily the running game; it's the wide receivers. I mean, they just aren't really getting open, and Lamar Jackson is still having a hard time finding these players, man. So there's no way. I mean, thank goodness they won, but 19-17 against a lowly, woeful Detroit Lions team. That puts a little scare into me a little bit. All right, our America game of the week: the defending champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Los Angeles Rams. This was on paper the best matchup, and it was actually a pretty decent game. We actually had this live commentary on Sunday, and we enjoyed it. Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp and that rest of that team look good. They look good at all facets of the game: offense, defense, special teams. Not really a blowout, but they kind of had this game in check about mid third quarter over the champs. Tom Brady, he balled out, especially for me on fantasy. He put over 400 yards passing. But it's showing, boy, the Bucs really don't have a running game. Leonard Fournette just isn't there. Ronald Jones is a better running back, but he's always in the doghouse because he fumbles a lot, or he misses opportunities on blocking opportunities, assignments for Ronald Jones. So their running game is obsolete. It is done. It's gone. So when you got to drop back, now mind you, they have an all-star collection of receivers and tight ends. So I mean, it's good for Tom Brady. And it's good that they pass the ball out because they can. But games like this against the Rams and the Bucs, against the Rams, you want to slow things down because the Rams' offense is so deadly. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, you got Higgins up doing those tight end screens, looking good doing those screens. Deshaun Jackson throwing bombs to him. I mean, that is a scary offense. And the Rams over the first three games have just been putting up big numbers. Matthew Stafford is enjoying the fact that he's not with this team right here, the Lions. One thing they never had from was a defense. This Rams team with Aaron Donald and company, they have a good defense. Him and Jalen Ramsey balling. They win 34-24 in a game that was never really in doubt somewhere in the third quarter. It wasn't. I mean, the Rams really did a good job, and Brady ate up the score because he had to throw a lot, and rightfully so because you had to get back into the game. 34-24. Rams win this one. Right now, the Rams are clearly showing me they're the best team in the NFL as we speak. Top to bottom. Great quarterback, great receiving core, decent running game. Sonny Michel came in and looked good for the Rams. That's a good pickup for the Rams, the former Patriot. He looked good. And their defense with Aaron Donald with the front four, Jalen Ramsey on the back end of that secondary. I mean, this team looks good. Start to finish, man. So 34-24 is the final score. We got that game right as well. We picked the Rams to win this. Another game we got right, obviously so, for obvious reasons. The beatdown. The Broncos, 26. The Jets, nothing. The Broncos are now 3-0, and they are tied for first place in the AFC West. But here's my thing. Woo! We got to see them face against a decent team, and we will see that for week 4 when they face off against the Baltimore Ravens. This squad right here. Right now, the Broncos are 3-0. That's the good thing. The bad news is their opponents' combined record 0-9. They've beaten the 0-3 Giants, the 0-3 Jaguars, and now the 0-3 New York Jets. So you're saying, well, I'm saying it's a good thing. I mean, they're dominating. That tells me a good team dominates bad teams. They do. 26-0. If you thought Zach Wilson's 4 INTs against the Patriots last week was bad, well, my goodness. The Broncos really put it on them where they scored 0. And I like Robert Saleh, but he knows that it's going to take a while for this team, this Jet squad, to really be good. 26-0. The Broncos defeat the New York Jets, and you're wondering to yourself, like, all right, maybe the Broncos are really that good, but we're going to find out when they face a decent team. The Ravens are a decent team. So far, they've beaten just laughable teams. The Jets, Giants, and Jaguars. All those junk syllables. You know what I'm saying? 26-0, the Broncos win. And this was a game of basically good running game. Teddy Bridgewater is the perfect quarterback for the Broncos right now. He doesn't make any mistakes. He won't do anything over the top. And that's what Vic Fangio was concerned about with Drew Lock. He was like, Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater. And when I said it earlier, I'm always say this. Coaches want to keep themselves with a job to feed their families. Well, you got to win. How you win, you get the best person for the team. I think right now the best person for the team, look, Drew Lock has more talent than Teddy Bridgewater. But Bridgewater is a safer bet for this team. They win 26-0. Denver flying high in Mile High Stadium in this game. Poor Zach Wilson. He's going to see a lot more of that this year. These quarterbacks are going to feel the wrath of this NFL. Talk about Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, and Zach Wilson so far. They're just not looking good, but we all kind of knew that was going to happen. A little rookie. Broncos win 26-0. We got that one for sure, right? Raiders and the Dolphins. Raiders in Las Vegas. They win 31-28 in overtime. It went to overtime, tied at 25. Look, the Raiders had this game. Look, at first the Dolphins were up 14-0. Give them credit, a pick 6 to start the game off. And then a big run from the running back. Back-to-back possessions, they got a touchdown. So now they're up 14-0. And then the Raiders really showed, and this is why I think the Raiders are a different team. Usually, 14-0, Raiders would have lost this game. Done deal. Sonaro, adios. Get out of here. 31-28. The final score in overtime. But thanks to a good defense from the Raiders, towards the end, they settled down on defense, shut down the Dolphins, and you feel bad for Jacoby Brissett because he's always on these little rink-a-dink teams for some reason. The Dolphins and the Colts and with the Patriots back in the day. It's like, oh, man, what is going on? Well, the Raiders win this one, and it was a must-win. This is a different team. I think Derek Carr, and you didn't see a lot of Darren Waller today. You saw a lot of Braylon Edwards. You saw a lot of Hunter Renfrow. You didn't see him just trying to target Darren Waller. He's a great target, but you don't want to just – look, he has good receivers on the end. And I think the end of that Monday Night Football game against the Ravens in Week 1 where he had Braylon Edwards step up in the fourth quarter and overtime, I think that made him feel like, okay, we don't have to necessarily just keep targeting Waller. Let's go with Braylon Edwards. Let's go with Hunter Renfrow. Let's go with Henry Ruggs as well, who in back-to-back games now over 50 yards for this guy. So if he gets going, watch out. They have Monday Night Football next week where they'll be playing against the Los Angeles Chargers at SoFi Stadium. We will have that game for you guys. So they go into overtime, tied at 25. Raiders score first, 28-25, a field goal. Dolphins come back, score a field goal, and then the Raiders kick the game-winning field goal as time expired in overtime. So they needed the whole entire 10 minutes of overtime. 31-28. Raiders are now 3-0, tied for the AFC West division with the Denver Broncos. So, hey, shout out to the Raiders, man. We got doing right. And another week, we said our upset of the week was going to be the Minnesota Vikings versus the Seahawks. And we said the Vikings would win this game. And even without Dalvin Cook, I still felt a little bit good about my prediction. Alexander Mattison is a beast, and he showed it. Last year, he had one start against the Seahawks and had over 100 yards and a touchdown. Well, guess what? Same thing this year, 112 yards rushing for Alexander Mattison and a touchdown. Seahawks in this NFC West division where it's going to be just a dogfight between them, the Arizona Cardinals, the 49ers, and the Los Angeles Rams. They need every single victory they can get, and they have lost back-to-back games now, in games where they were kind of in control for a minute. 30-17 the final score. Adam Thielen got involved once again. He's having a reemergence of the season with Justin Jefferson, who had over 100 yards receiving himself. I think the Kirk Cousins is not a great quarterback, but he's not a bad quarterback. He's literally mid-tier. And if you can get that and make plays and their defense came out and look good, or maybe it's more towards the offense because for the Seahawks, I mean, where was Tyler Lockett at? Just usually you're so used to seeing Tyler Lockett getting bombs from Russell Wilson, and they just could not make it happen. Chris Carson had a good game too. He had a big rush on for a touchdown, 30 yards, I believe. So I mean, what's going on with the Seahawks team? I don't know, man. But 30-17 is the final score. Minnesota Vikings, we got that one right, y'all. We just had a feeling that was going to be right, and we got it. 30-17. Vikings now, first one of the season, they go to 1-2. Seahawks as well, 1-2 in their last place in the division. At the end, you can't go from first to worst. Usually it's worst to first, right? Not first to worst. So far, not looking good for the Seahawks. Next game, our Sunday night football game. We got this one wrong. We just knew in our hearts the 49ers would come out here and win, and they started off struggling. Packers went up to 17-0 lead early in this game. That bad man Aaron Rodgers doing his thing. But then the 49ers just quietly started coming back, chipping away. George Kittle had a really good game. Deebo Samuel was making plays. Not Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, their second-year receiver, making plays in this game for the 49ers. They have a really decent defense. But 37 seconds for a field goal for Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. I mean, that's kind of like anyone can score. Those guys are most likely going to get a field goal in 37 seconds. I mean, that is eternity in the NFL life. Packers win this 30-28 because 37 seconds, Aaron Rodgers went and got Mason Crosby a game-winning 54-yard field goal as time expired to win the game for the Green Bay Packers. Tough loss for the 49ers. They lose their first game of the season. They're 2-1. Packers go to 2-1 as well. You're right, though. The 49ers are a very weird team to predict. You are not lying about that because they have so many losses on the running back. They have no running backs as well. But their defense is always there, and they have a decent team, Jimmy Garoppolo. I do think the 49ers are going to be in the mix when it's all said and done for that wild card spot. But, boy, that NFC West division is unforgiving with the Rams, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks in the same division. It's going to be tough for anybody, in my opinion, to get there. So, man, I don't really know what's going on with that. 30-28, that bad man Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, man. You felt like there was nobody else, and what drives me wild is you know that they were going to Devontae Adams that last drive. Not one, but two pretty much wide open catches. They went zone, the 49ers did, and I don't blame them for going zone, but man, you kind of want to, man-to-man, if you get beat man-to-man, we get beat man-to-man. But you want to go man-to-man and have a double team on Devontae Adams, and they did not go that route because there's no one else on that Packers wide receiver core who can really beat you man-to-man, one-on-one coverage. I don't think so. I thought that they played a little too soft, in my opinion. And Aaron Rodgers, 37 seconds ago, it's just like, that's too much time for one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Game-winning field goal. They win 30-28. So now, all of a sudden, Aaron Rodgers is tanking the season. Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there. We know that. But he's not tanking the season. He is definitely not. And you saw how excited he was when they won that game. He was pumped up. Lets me know that, yeah, he'll be here for one more year, but after that, he's out. But during this year, he's going to make the best of it for this team. 30-28 is the final score. Green Bay goes to 2-1. And now they are top of the NFC North already. And then we have our Monday night beatdown of the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. This game, my goodness. We'll talk about the bad for the Eagles. Before we start off, before the bad of the Eagles, let's talk about the good of the Cowboys. The Cowboys, man, their running game showed up and showed out today. Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, those guys went off today. Zeke almost 100 yards rushing. Pollard with almost 70 yards rushing. I mean, these guys were just dominating The Cowboys off the line, beast mode. Their run offense was great. Their running protection was great. I mean, they were run blocking like crazy. Their pass protection was a little off, and the Eagles got a lot of stops. That's more of Dallas Cowboys' fault. But man, clearly, top to bottom for the Cowboys. You're talking about their offense, Dak Prescott, their receivers, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, their tight ends now, Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz looking great. Their O-line playing outstanding. And then, of course, the running backs, Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, looking great. But then you say, oh, what about the defense? The defense came in, and the defense dominated this game. They did. And they look good so far. I mean, they held the Chargers last week to 17 points. Tough to do. I mean, say what you want, but they got 4 turnovers on the Bucs in week 1. That is not an anomaly. So far, they had 8 turnovers combined. I think maybe 9 now. I may have been wrong. Might be 9 combined turnovers in the first 3 games of the season. That is crazy for a Cowboys fan. That is being very opportunistic on defense, and you love it. And you love it. And I love it, seeing it. So, Dallas did their thing. Let's talk about the Eagles for a second, though, before we wrap the show up, man. The Eagles, they're young. And I've been saying this on the live commentary yesterday about this game. The Eagles are young. Offense is young. Their wide receiver core, young. They're fast, very talented. But right now, route running with speed kills. Not just speed. You got to have route running with speed. And right now, Devontae Smith and Jalen Reagor, they don't have the route running capabilities right now to beat guys off of the first 2 steps. Everyone's fast in the NFL. When you're in college or in high school, if you're fast, like 4.3 fast, you're pretty much faster than everybody else. But mind you, the NFL takes the best out of everyone, the best out of every college team, and put them in the NFL. And now you got linebackers running 4.3. You got defensive tackles running 4.8, 4.9. It's scary. Everyone's freaking fast now. You got to be more than just fast. You got to have great hands. You got to have great footwork. You got to have great fundamentals as well. And right now, the Eagles receivers aren't showing that. So it's not necessarily Jalen Hurts' fault. Outside of that first interception he threw in the game, outside of that, I mean, it wasn't really his fault. But they will learn, and they will. I like Jalen Hurts. I like him as the quarterback for the Eagles. I think he's going to be really, really good as time goes. I think he's going to be great for the Eagles. Right now, they're going to struggle on offense. Back-to-back games, you saw that. All right, y'all. Well, we went 10-6 in week 3. That's good. We always say 10-6 and better is really good. 9-7 and low, we don't like 9-7 and lower than that. So our overall record for the year, 29-19, really good. We want that to get bigger and bigger and bigger. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to give us a like, man. Thank y'all for the likes. It really helps out the channel. We'll go out there and we're gonna spread this out all across social media. Hope you guys watch this for today and tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be on here doing my week 4 picks and prediction. Me and PJ, we are gonna be here. Ain't that right, baby girl? Yeah, let's get it. She with it, y'all. Tell me how you feel about this. Comment down below if you're watching on rebroadcast. Let me know what was the most shocking game of the season so far in week 3. What was the most shocking game? I'm going with most shocking game. I think the Bengals is the beatdown of the Steelers. That really, really shocked me more than the Ravens. Beating the line. I think that Bengals and Steelers game really kind of shocked the hell out of me, honestly. That being said, man, thank y'all for the love. I'll see you guys tomorrow for our week 4 picks and predictions. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell as well. Hit that all button to check out everything Uneducated Sports Talk, man. Lipknox VR, man. Thank you, bro. I'll be definitely checking out. If you guys see this, man, check out Lipknox VR. Check out his channel, bro. He does VR work, man. It's beautiful to watch. I checked it out this morning, man. I love it, man. So y'all go hit him up. Subscribe to his channel, man. That's Lipknox VR. That being said, y'all, we are out. I'll see y'all Wednesday. And Thursday, we're doing Thursday Night Football. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. Check us out, man, for that as well. That being said, much love to you guys. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm Carlos Clay. This is the girl PJ. For everybody else, stay smart. Stay uneducated. Love you, mama. We out, y'all. Peace.